It's going to take a while for the effects of that new Nintendo Switch OLED model to wear off, but I have to hand it to Nintendo's marketing department, because releasing a Mario Party Superstars title right after a new, gorgeous-looking screen version of the Switch hits, with a better stand for tabletop play, well, it's a stroke of genius. On top of that, after the phenomenal Metroid Dread, it's an opportunity to see if that screen can truly convert me to being a handheld player. Is Mario Party Superstars good enough to do that? Well, in truth, it's going to be a tough sell if you're not a fan of the series already. If you've played all of the games before, then this will all be very familiar to you. That said, it's also a bit of a throwback, and not just because of the courses and mini-games on offer. There's a more classic Mario Party feel to Superstars, and while it's very easy to luck your way into victory, some fan favourites return, such as the Bowser interruptions. What you've got here then is akin to a remake of some of the Nintendo 64 Mario Party titles, with 5 boards completely revisualised for a 2021 console. There's Peach's Birthday Party and Yoshi's Tropical Island from the first Mario Party. There's Horrorland and Spaceland from Mario Party 2 and Woody Woods from Mario Party 3. To be completely clear, all 5 of these boards are entirely new visually. It might be an odd thing to say, but the boards are remakes of those original boards, keeping everything about them for better or for worse. I say that because some of the earlier games in the series were pretty basic, and while many will enjoy the classic feel to Mario Party Superstars, a board like Yoshi's Tropical Island, for example, isn't as much fun as you may remember it. For starters, the happening space will cause the star location to move, but there are only 2 places for the star to actually appear on that board, and this means anyone can roll the dice and land on the event space and move the star to the opposite side of the island, whether intentional or not. But that's the thing really, this game and indeed the boards on it are a throwback to those older games. It might be a new collection, but it's very much a nod to the past. There's no motion controls, and while they're remade boards, there are 5 of them, up from the 4 of the last title, Super Mario Party. That's not the only change, and while it's a return to the simpler times of Mario Party, you will now need to pay 20 coins for a star, not 10, and that's a small change, but it makes stars harder to get and adds value to the rest of the board. When a star only costs 10 coins, it's rare you'll pass one by without affording it. Even against varying difficulty-based AI opponents, I noticed times where they'd be forced to pass as they hadn't won enough minigames against me or been lucky enough on the board spaces. But online play is perhaps the biggest draw to Mario Party Superstars. All modes support online multiplayer, so you can just connect with pals and play some minigames, or do a full 30-turn game. Almost unbelievably, there's even matchmaking for solo players who just want to face off with random people. But if you do play with friends though, it saves after each turn, so you can easily take a break and suspend the match for another time. Again, it may seem like a standard feature for most games and most developers, but it's great to see Nintendo getting there with this kind of functionality, finally. There's 100 minigames on offer, and you can dedicate time to those if you fancy via Mount Minigames. There's even multiple options within this mode. I'm not going to list them here, and I don't know your favourites, but going back to basics with simple stick and button controls means some classics are here, for sure, from the first 10 titles. A nice touch is the fact you're shown which game things are coming from, which really makes this feel like a celebration of the series. There's loads of stickers to collect too, which lets you communicate while playing with online friends to leave cheeky messages, especially if you didn't manage to get to play as Birdo because someone sniped her first. I get the feeling that Mario Party Superstars is looking backwards to move forwards. It's tough to know what more can be done with a series like this aside from adding new boards from more of the other games. Nintendo hasn't been averse to doing something like that, with Mario Golf Super Rush getting free courses added after release. And while 5 boards is better than the last game, more boards are always going to be welcome, especially with the online editions this time around. It might seem ridiculous that it's taken this long for Nintendo to add online properly to a Mario Party title, but that's where we are. With the ability to save your game and continue onwards, it makes me think of postal chess from the old days. Sure, you have to be there to play Mario Party Superstars, but the fact that hours at a time aren't the only way to play anymore is a grand thing indeed. For older fans, this will be a nostalgic trip with modern updates to make it feel like a series at home in 2021. For everyone else, it's one of the best party games out there, even if it remains an experience where your luck may vary. It won't change anyone's mind, but for those of us who enjoy it, there ain't no party like a Mario Party party. And that's why it's getting a 9 out of 10.